And who's your team?
Oh, well, we got Willie, our glass man over here. We've got Raul, the porn star. And then Martin is the mix master.
What do they call you?
What? I don't know. I'm not sure I want to know.
Really fucking bueno, everything today.
Jordan likes that new phrase. He's been saying it a lot. You guys need to teach him some more Spanish words.
Like fucking bueno?
Well, good morning, everybody. How did all of you sleep? I hope you slept good. I slept okay. Desiree, how did you sleep?
Like a rock?
Like a rock. Anyway, it's not that early. It's 6:30 right now. We woke up at 6. But we didn't end up making the sunrise, as you can see by that window. But the Bud and I, we're gonna go catch the early morning in Coba. It's gonna be so fun, and there's gonna be like nobody there.
Well, we're walking to Coba this morning, and it's so pretty. There's so many birds chirping away, and we're just looking at all the greenery as we walk there, and it's just really alive. It's really beautiful.
Okay, walking along the lake this morning, and it's very still and particularly beautiful. And we're heading for the ruins right up there. A little bit of a ghost town here, buddy.
We'll see if they let us in.
It's kind of interesting, like, getting to know these tourist places when there's nobody.
Yeah.
Like, because this is definitely not what most people experience.
Yeah, and since we don't have any space on the boat, and our money is pretty much dedicated towards traveling and getting places, neither of us is particularly into trinket shopping. So I'm sure a lot of tourists get excited about all these stands, but for us and our lifestyle, we just keep on walking. It's kind of a relief to be able to not focus on buying things.
Okay, bud. Is it open?
Yes, and can I have our licenses?
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's very pretty. Yeah, I'm very glad that we made it for the morning.
Okay, so our tickets were 140 pesos for two, and then our bicycles would be 100 pesos for two people.
So it's $12.
Go Bucks. So we just got our bikes, and it's really cool because the dew's still falling from the trees, and there's some monkeys jumping around.
Monkeys shaking the trees. That's why the dew's falling.
Yeah. But anyways, Jordan looked at the map, and we're heading first towards the pyramid, which you can mount, which I guess is the second.
Which you can mount.
You can mount the pyramid.
Like a box.
Yeah. I guess it's the second highest pyramid in the Yucatan.
That you can climb.
That you can climb. So we're excited to head over there. So different from Tulum, which is not as green and jungly. So I think this is my favorite ruins that I've been to so far.
It does feel like Indiana Jones. You're biking along and then, oh look, a ruin. Okay, here it is, buddy.
Let's go.
You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this. It's so exciting, so much more exciting than the other ruins because I feel like I'm discovering it, you know?
Yeah.
Whoa. You guys gotta see this. Dun da da!
Dun da da. Dun da da da. Dun da da da.
Okay, we're going up. Going up that thing. Whoa. Bud, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
It's a long way up.
You want to race? Here we go.
Don't look too close, best from afar. The murky light of the dim down bar. You've heard rumors, well they're all true. But what I've got is just right for you.
So pretty. Yeah, it's just so cool. Just coming up in here above the trees. It's really cool. You can hear all the birds chirping away. Man.
Okay, so Desiree's heading down because the party is officially over. It is 8:30 in the morning, so you gotta wake up. You gotta wake up pretty early to get a glimpse of this by yourself. But I'm glad that we were able to pull it off. Here comes more. Desiree, playing it safe. Safety is no accident, buddy.
I can't give you diamonds or pearl. Hand on the moon and take you traveling the world. But I can love you. Yeah, I'm gonna love you.
So getting up here is relatively easy, but I'm gonna have to try to figure out a way down. How to get down. Okay, going for a trip to Jordan.
I'll give you all
Okay, nice one.
I've got.
Dad, you're such a gentleman. You just want to touch my butt.
That's what it is. I just want an excuse.
You look hot.
I'm very hot. It's very, very hot and like humid and very muggy. I'm not complaining. It's all right. I'll be okay. Oh man, that feels so much better. Get a little breeze going.
Cool. Just came upon the juego de pelota.
And you can see the holes where the balls are supposed to go through.
Cool. I wonder if...
Ironically, I was reading about it, they don't really know many of the rules.
Oh, yeah?
Like, people have ideas, but
Speculating.
they really don't know.
Huh.
This is the backside, so like the audience would go up to the top here and watch the game from up there. And then this is where the actual game was played. And they don't know a whole lot about the rules, but they suspect that you couldn't use your hands. You had to use your elbows, your knees, or your hips. You had the little circles up there that the ball would go into. And then a lot of the images have them with like bludgeons, like big sticks. So they think that maybe they used those. And there's some tablets that kind of depict that. And now the other thing is like, it's really hard to see here, but like in a lot of the images that I saw, they've got like heavy duty armor. So like all kinds of armor while they would play. Just like football, essentially, like American football. So they think that it's really possible that the ball was really hard and heavy. So it was a super brutal game. I mean, imagine running around on these stones trying to pick up a ball with your elbow. Like, you'd be getting cut up, you know? Like, and so that's the other thing is they think that it might have been played by the captives of war as like almost like a gladiatorial thing, you know, like in Rome. So like they would watch the captives of their wars like get beat up playing this game. So it was a game, but I don't think that they were having a whole lot of fun playing. So then over here is the big stone slab that they think is where they would sacrifice someone from the losing team, and I think it was generally the captain of the losing team. So just like in the movie Gladiator, like if you survived, you became like a professional gladiator. I think it was a similar situation here, like the captain of the losing team died, and then someone would step into his place, and if they kept winning, that captain kept surviving.
Crazy thinking about the design, like if you think about, you know, everything on our boat has a function and was built for a certain purpose. Like that's definitely the case with these structures too. So like now it's like, well, there you have the circular pit, and it's like they had a very specific reason for it, but now it's just speculation.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
And it's not on the other side. Nice, champion! Who must die now?
Not me. I don't know who's gotta die, but it's not me.
What would you say if I said you were ruining my life?
I'd say thank you.
I can't give you diamonds so pearl. Hand on the moon and take you traveling the world. But I can love you. Yeah, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you, babe. Cross my heart, hope to die.
Okay, so heading through the little tunnel that's in one of the ruins, and again, the Mayans were a lot shorter than I am, because this is getting really short. Okay, here we go. Whew! All right, made it.
I do miss boat.
You miss boat?
I miss boat.
I will be there today.
Mm-hmm.
So try and enjoy the jungla. Welcome to the jungla.
See, now I see the head
Mm-hmm.
and the headdress.
Mm-hmm. You want to tell the camera?
Is he like hugging his...
Yeah, show the camera. Show us. No, like point to it and describe it.
So you've got his nose right here. His good jaw definition right there. Pretty big ear jewelry probably. And then he's holding dearly onto something. And that's what I see.
Wow. You're like Indiana Jones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Each one of these squares is a word, essentially. Like it's a visual representation of like a noise, essentially. You know? Yeah. Yeah, I remember I learned about this. Like they'll have, if it rhymes with house, like they'll have like, you know, an image for house, right? And it's like of a house. But if it's mouse, then there'll be a symbol that means like change the first letter to M. You know what I mean? And it's just a small symbol in the image. So that's what all this was. And it goes all the way up. So it's probably telling the story of this dude, you know? All right, so we're at our last stop. There's Desiree down there, the last ruin we're gonna check out here at Coba. And you can just see that like the bottom half of this ruin is well restored. The steps are very like well refined or defined. But if you look above me, this temple, this ruin keeps going way up, but it just looks like a hill. I mean, it's literally just looks like a bunch of trees going uphill. But you can just tell by the scattered stones going up that this is a ruin. This is man-made. And this is just what the ruins must have looked like before they started the restoration process. Desiree is hungry and sleepy, or she said she's sleepy and angry, so slangry. So it's probably time that we get out of here. There's a little bit of a line now on our way out.
Man, such a different scene from when we got here. Did you get the line?
Yeah. Yeah, I did get the line. So I'm happy that we're getting out at this time and not getting in. Definitely worth getting to the ruins early. Okay, let's roll, buddy. Let's roll. You amped? You stoked? Yes! We are on our way out of Coba. What do you think, bud? Did you have a good time?
2 thumbs, 2 exaggerated thumbs, way up.
Boy, that's a lot of thumbs.
Yeah. All right, we made it on our ferry to Isla Mujeres, and it feels like we're going home finally.
Yeah, it was a long day of traveling. Shoot, it's hard to believe that at, like, what was it, 6:30 this morning, we were at the gates of Coba,
trying
and
to
not getting let in.
Yeah.
But yeah, now we made it. Two bus trips,
13 hours later.
a taxi, and now we're on a ferry. We're almost back to Isla.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get sushi because Desiree doesn't like having any money in our bank account, and because
I
whatever.
don't feel like cooking.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, we want to get to bed. I gotta work in the morning. So we're in the middle of glassing the decks. So we've already glassed the rails on either side, and now we're just putting one more layer of glass onto all of this Nidacor on the deck. So we've got about 3/4 of the deck done, and right where I'm standing is going to be the last area that we're going to have to do. But yeah, they've already got, the panels already have one layer of glass on the top and bottom, so this will be the second layer on the top. That should stiffen up the deck enough so that there won't be any flex when you're walking on it. There's a possibility we'll have to do one more layer, we'll see. We'll find out.
And who's your team?
Oh, well, we got Willie, our glass man over here. We've got Raul, the porn star. And then Martin is the mix master.
What do they call you?
What? I don't know. I'm not sure I want to know.
Bueno, everything today.
Jordan likes that new phrase. He's been saying it a lot. You guys need to teach him some more Spanish words.
Like bueno?
Yeah.
So one of the big problems doing something like this on a day as hot as today is not sweating too much into the fiberglass. Literally becomes a problem.
I just want you to tell me, 'cause I'm lost and I'm
All right. Oh.
Jordan's gone crazy. He's doing a ritual dance.
I think it sounds hollow.
Yeah, no, I think we just discovered something. Should we
There's a tomb down there, buddy.
Oh. We should write someone an
People don't
email.
understand.
Yeah.
This is the land of my people.